that was.
It's the January 14th, 2026 Village of Millbrook Board of Trustees. Please stand for the pledge. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Clerk Witt.
Mayor Doro.
Here.
Deputy Mayor Murphy.
Here.
Trustee Buckland. Here. Trustee Mawson. Here. And Trustee Briggs.
Here.
Okay, we're gonna have a pretty light agenda, and then we're gonna have an executive session at the end. Did everybody get a chance to review Sarah's minutes?
Yes.
Any additions, subtractions, corrections, amendments? Can I have a motion to approve those minutes?
Second.
That motion? Do I have that? Sharon, second. Thank
Second.
you. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Thank you. The vouchers are going around. They went around earlier via email as well. Any questions about the vouchers? Can I have a motion to approve the vouchers?
Motion to approve.
Do I have a second?
I'll second
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. Okay. Chief, how are you?
Good.
Good to see you. Happy New Year.
You as well. Hope everyone had good holidays. There we go. So I do apologize for not being here last month. Just about 5 minutes before the meeting was starting, we had a possible structure fire. Ended up being nothing, but we'll touch on that in a few minutes. Nothing too crazy with the numbers. Off to the right, you'll see we had our total incidents for 2025, 944.
A lot.
It's up there. It's probably real close to our record.
Yeah, last year we had 860 something.
Yeah, I think we've touched 900 one other year, but this might be a record.
That's combined fire and EMS.
Yes.
Okay.
Generally, EMS runs a little over half, probably like 500 to 300.
Yeah.
That sort of range. But hopefully in the next couple of weeks, I'll get a breakdown from county of exactly what each call type was.
Right.
So, what was up a little bit was the NDP usually going out.
Wow.
And I can't say there was any one particular department abusing it. It's just based off the countywide EMS shortage still. The
Department, you mean municipality or?
municipality or usually department. I think one time we went to Pine Plains.
It was an intercept from Pine Plains. They're coming down 44. They called for a 79 to intercept.
Yeah.
What is
So
that?
what intercept means is 2 EMTs are in an ambulance. That's BOS, and they needed a paramedic to meet up with them en route to the hospital. And the patient needed a care level above EMT.
So do they
So
get the patient out and switch?
No,
usually our medic just hops right into
Just hop
their
right in and
ambulance.
go to the hospital.
So Pine Plains, Unionville on there as well, or?
I don't remember every little one, but Pine Plains and West Clinton were the 2 oddball ones. But no one department ate up the rest of it.
And who determines who helps out Pine Plains in that example? Dutchess County does?
Dutchess
It's
County.
usually who's ever got the closest rig to whatever incident's going on. And the other thing that they're trying to do is they're not trying to deplete all the rigs from one area. So if you got multiple things going on over here, they're not going to take another rig that's sitting right here and go over there.
So-
They're going to pull from a little bit further away if they can.
Yeah.
Instead of taking 2 Stanfordville trucks, they'll take 1 Stanfordville truck
Exactly.
and 1 Millbrook truck.
Right.
Correct.
Any sense of, at any point during those 9 incidents, that there was lack of coverage in town or village?
Couple times, yes. I think 2 out of those 9 calls, and both times our 72 was able to get out, our volunteer ambulance, and was able to provide care and either transport or get a sign off.
And Pine Plains doesn't have any paid coverage, correct?
No, county's been on their case about
Yeah.
them. County's been on their case for Pine Plains, Milan, Stanford, There's another one up there that doesn't have a
Red Hook.
EMS provider. It might be Red Hook, you're right, all right. And what they're doing, they're abusing the system of everybody else that has it, and that touches 901 rigs, the fly car, and the ambulance that they have. Actually, the Chiefs Council meeting that we had in November, my lance chief had a heated argument with now County Car 1 about it. And County Car 1 turned around and goes, "It's your fault. It's not our fault." They're like, "No, it's your fault because your Dutchess ambulance didn't respond to us." He goes, "Our Dutchess ambulance is not responsible for the town of Violet. The town of Malin, the fire department is responsible for the town of Malin." And they went back and forth, and they finally calmed things out. They talked to each other afterwards and settled it out. And that's the biggest problem is these departments that don't have the EMS coverage, the paid service, they're getting the brunt of it because they have to go mutual aid to some of these other places because of what's going on.
And where's the fly car in these situations? Just might be doing something else, or
Doing something else on a previous call or too far away.
So here's what they're doing with the fly car. The fly car, the ambulance is when there's multiple calls going on in one district. Say there's multiple calls going on, like going to the Dutchess. All right, they'll have the fly car either sitting at 44 to 82 down by Troop K, or they may have it up at Bull's Head and Taconic. Somewhere's along the Taconic corridor, wherever the majority of the calls are. And most chances, next call that goes out for that area, they're banging either the fly car or the ambulance to it to help with it. And then the way they dispatch that out is if somebody well, mutual aid departments gets out for their ambulance, they'll usually put the ambulance back in service, go back to the post, and they'll have the fly car continue in.
appreciate that color. That's super helpful. Keep an eye on that metric, I guess.
Yeah, we'll keep an eye and see what else is going on.
Okay.
For the mutual aid received for MVP, that was just multiple calls in the district. They were out with the first patient, and I believe all 4 times our 72, our volunteer ambulance was able to start handling those calls. So, the mutual aid given was for a fire alarm for the fire, and the received was for a second call in the district when we were operating at that structure fire we reported during the last board meeting.
Gotcha.
All our rigs were tied up, headed to that. Had another call across town, we had another department dispatch for that. So with that structure fire that we had, for those who haven't heard, while we were responding to that during the snow event that was occurring at the same time on Tower Hill Road, I hit a patch of ice, slid off the road and hit a pole and totaled the chief's car. Luckily the car did its job. I walked away with no bruises, nothing. Insurance company has deemed it a total loss though. We are hoping that you'll let us put out a bid to replace it. If that's okay with everyone, or if there's any questions on that.
I did a little, because, yeah, we talked a little bit about it last time. So I just went on Carfax.
Mhm.
And, you know, I think it depends on what you want to do. If you want to get, a brand new one, or if you want to essentially replace what we had.
So the car we had, it was 2 years old, had
Yeah.
11,000 miles on it. Pretty much still
Right?
fairly new.
Yeah.
I've done a little research out there as well. A lot of the used ones that are out there have 70, 80,000 miles on them.
Yeah, I saw a couple around 50, because I was looking for that too, obviously.
Yeah.
You want the lower miles. But there are 23s and 24s.
Yeah. Well, my only fear with those is we don't know what the maintenance
Yeah,
was
no,
done on
agreed.
them, how they were handled, what people did to them.
Right. What about I know there was equipment in the car. Do we know what the status of that is?
All the physical equipment, radios, hand tools, stuff like that, was all still working. I tested that all at home.
Okay.
So
So essentially, whatever vehicle we get, that
We can-
stuff will
Yes.
get
the
right
only
back in
thing
there.
that, if we do go with a new vehicle, the upfitters generally won't let us take the old lights and put them on. Some might. I was able to save the light bar, the siren out of it, a few other electrical things, but most of that won't be able to be put on the new vehicle.
Right.
We'll still be able to use it at the firehouse to replace other aging equipment. But the vehicle itself would be the vehicle, the command box in the back, and the lights and sirens is what we.
Command box, you mean what?
So in the rear of the car that we had, it's what we call a command box. It holds radios,
Yeah.
chargers for different equipment, has a slide out whiteboard so we can write down notes of what equipment's coming in, what progress we're making, and holds various other tools for us in place.
But that's fine, that's just gonna go.
No,
right
that broke unfortunately.
Oh, okay,
That,
oh, all
that's the
right,
only part
that's, okay,
that I wasn't able to say.
okay, that's, yeah.
Put all the chargers,
Clarify that,
and other
okay.
stuff like that. So,
I think car conversation is something we should probably talk about a bit more.
Mhm.
You know, and again, we wanna get you what.
You need, yeah.
Yeah, what you need, absolutely, but we also need to do it in a way that's responsible and, you know,
Tahoe would be the preference again.
preference again, now Expedition, any third row SUV is the best option. That's the standard for chiefs across the nation for the most part. Some departments go with pickup trucks. The cost is about the same, if not more, for a truck. SUV is kind of this go-to for most.
That would be your preference.
Yeah,
is the hot Tahoe is four-wheel drive or all-wheel drive?
four-wheel drive is preference.
And you use it for other things too, right? Just so everybody.
Yeah, it has tools for doing traffic at different events, various hand tools for starting smaller incidents. It's kind of a all-around like quick response vehicle.
Also, Peter, what we also use it for is training as well. We got training in other departments, so we have to bring members to. We do bring it for training throughout the county. The various meetings that Dominic and I run into throughout the months. So it's just not for strictly running for fire calls.
Yeah.
If we're on a scene of fire, like a big active, we're gonna be there for hours. We got ladies already coming in with refreshments. We might even turn the keys over as long as they're a qualified driver of the brush trucks.
Yeah.
They're usually a qualified driver of the chief's vehicle. We'll give them that vehicle to run the supplies from the firehouse back to the scene and whatnot.
And it does see some personal use too, right?
Yes,
And that's normal for
most
chiefs.
departments.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Just so
Yeah.
so I
We
understand.
the fire department when we first got one had a radius that we have to remain in for personal use. 25 miles from Village Hall is as far as we can take it, which covers most of Dutchess County. Personally, I think I took it to Poughkeepsie once for an emergency, and other than that, I'm in the village with it or the surrounding towns if I go anywhere. And most of the time it's only for fire calls. That's the only reason why I leave the village. Or the town.
Any other questions that we had that anybody wants to ask, at least right now? I spoke to new town board member Housen about this. I gave her a heads up. I know you talked to Gary as well. So like they're in the loop. I'm sure you want it sooner rather than later. Do you have any other timelines that we should be aware of?
So
I'd rather move kind of quickly as well.
Yeah, yeah.
Within
Yeah.
within everybody's
Within this next month or something, yeah.
a month would be kind of the max, because these cars take a little bit of time as well to
Build, if you're getting new.
build if we're getting new, or try to source one that's in very good shape that will
Well, and then get all the things, you know.
rebound it.
Yeah.
So why don't we do this? Why don't we maybe have a quick vote if we're all in support of at least allowing Dom to go out to bid
Yep.
for this particular model, and then that'll take a while. Numbers will come. We can continue
Right,
to
but
discuss
are
this.
we within the bidding process, are we looking at only new vehicles or new and used vehicles? Or pre-owned vehicles?
I mean, just from what you said, like, there's only 11,000 miles, so I mean, it has to be a used within, right, close range for it to
I would
be of-
prefer that, just so we're not wasting money. So normally we have these vehicles last for a 10-year lifespan,
Yeah,
so we're,
2 years into
I'd like to get at least 8 years out of
Is
it.
it usually a miles thing that's eating them up though, or is it rust?
Rust,
Yeah.
miles,
It's the northeast weather conditions.
Yeah.
yeah. The other problem too
It's not
with,
the miles on the motor, it's always the rust.
Yeah. The other thing too with fire department, Chief Dworkin will say this as well, it's the idle time. Now, we're sitting at incidents for a long period of time sometimes, and the car has to remain on so the radios and everything else works. And I'm sure that's a concern when you're looking at police cars as well. No, we don't know how long these cars have sat.
Yeah,
running.
power meters now too.
Yeah, some, I don't know,
The newer ones all do.
yeah.
Every newer one does.
So again, for the board's benefit, this was give or take about a $90,000 all-in 5-year term that we had previously looked at for the prior vehicle. I assume it's probably going to be in the same ballpark.
Same ballpark, maybe a touch higher just because of vehicle prices in the past couple of years.
When working with the Bank of Millbrook, who provided the financing, we don't make a payment within the first year. So this won't be an in-budget expense for this budget, this fiscal year. The town will take the majority of the cost based on the ratio that we've previously used. So I'll make a motion that we allow Dom to start the bidding process based on, why don't we say new, but also if you want to expand your scope to low mile used, or something that makes sense, and
Yeah,
you,
but-
and you
you never know,
Yeah.
might as well look.
you might as well look.
So I'll make that motion. Do we have a second?
A second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. Okay, so let us know, let Sarah know what we need
Yeah,
from
I'll
us.
write out a bid that includes new and used vehicles up to, I'll sit down, email you like 20,000 miles.
Yeah, anything more than that.
And put out a bid, get in contact with Sarah and put out a bid.
I think there's one other question I just thought of that we had talked about. Have you discussed it, thought about it, or is there anyone on your kind of donor list that might be interested in participating in such a purchase?
I can make a few phone calls on that matter.
Okay.
And let you
Doesn't
know.
hurt.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll make those phone calls before I send Sarah a bid type thing, so.
Okay. Kevin, your truck, was that new too?
That was
Was
new.
that an old
that,
one?
That was new when Ted got it. That's a 19, so that's due to get replaced in 3 years.
You took Ted's.
So we had the other chief's truck, which was the 1500 Chevy pickup crew cab. Okay, that's the 2500 Chevy Duramax crew cab. So it's got the Duramax diesel motor. That thing will last forever, so we take care of it, which we do.
Yeah.
You know, the other one that I had before that, it was at the end of its life for replacement. Dominic got the new chief's truck. I got that chief's truck.
Right. Okay.
And that's when we swapped it out. And all we did for that was being that his came as chief, the letters on that said chief, and the one that I'm driving, so we just went up to DB Graphics, and they're actually doing the lettering for Dominic's Tahoe. They dropped it off there. I went to go pick up Dominic's Tahoe. I was like, when can you get the other one in here just to redo the letters? What I gotta do is change from 1 to a 2. They're like, bring it back when you come down. Brought it back. They called me, but before I even got back to the firehouse, Dominic's car goes, it's done, come get it.
Nice.
What do you charge us? Like, don't worry about it. It's done. And they actually changed a couple of graphics, which made it look better. So I was like,
Wow.
thank you.
Okay.
Yeah, the graphics is great.
Good. All right, great. So moving along, again, let us know what you need, and we'll discuss further next month.
Come up with a solution.
All right, sounds good, thank you guys.
Thank you.
Anything else on your end?
No, county's coming out with some training, in March, instead of us all going up to the State Fire Academy. Since COVID, they no longer allow our county weekend up there, so a few members of the county, Chiefs Association got it to where the State Fire Academy pretty much comes down here. They bring a bunch of instructors and they have some great training for the whole county in one weekend. We have some members that are looking to go do that. And that's about it.
How's your new training facility up by the
was just gonna ask
So-
transfer station?
Things got a little delayed. I just sent a extension request to the county, to extend it a little bit longer,
Extend what?
the deadline for finishing the building.
It's all demo though,
It's,
right?
it's all demo,
Demo, it's cleaned up.
but, sourcing some of the materials for it, has proved to be a bit more of a challenge than we anticipated, so while we're working on that, we're getting an extension from the county to be able to keep.
So you're building sort of like a tower thing like they have out with their.
Not as high, it's not gonna be a tower type, what we're planning is, shipping containers.
Oh, okay,
It's a more cost-effective way of building a burn building.
yeah,
We're gonna take 3 of them and make almost like a L shape out of them.
oh, okay.
So, but hopefully, our sourcing problems are over and we'll be moving forward this spring.
Thank you.
Thank you, Chief.
Our next bingo is February 6th.
Okay,
We had a somewhat good show, the last one.
okay.
Not as busy as normal.
It was right after the new year there.
Yeah,
February when?
6th. It's always the first Friday in the month, but, and then we'll have one in March, and then we're not sure about April, because it's actually Good Friday.
That's a sin,
Unless we serve fish that night, we can make a profit out of it, you know?
I see where you're going. I'll be bothered about that.
Tilapia.
We've received quite a good return back on the brochure letter for looking to get donations for the rescue truck. And we are moving the carnival to July, a week later, which is July 15th through the 18th. I have to talk with George and Oakley, because we're possibly going down to Bennett. This year we have the Dutchess County Volunteer Firemen's Convention Parade. Actually, this year and next year we have the convention parade. And next couple months I'll get with you, Chief, and discuss the carnival. and
Sounds
parade.
good.
After just moving back really quick, bingo, April or not, and then what's the schedule after that?
Then we stop
Until
for
the fall?
into bring it back in October.
Okay. We might have some legality cleanup to do in regards to bingo and games of chance, but I will come back to you guys in short order and we'll figure that out. Just keep it in the back of your minds. It's more for us to do on our end, just FYI. And just if somebody could please be at the firehouse for the county,
Yes.
I think that would be great. I
Me and
appreciate
Matt
it.
will schedule that.
Which day is that?
It's the 27th?
27th during the day?
I'll make sure I'm there.
February 27th. It's a Friday.
What time, Peter?
Remember 10:30?
You're meeting here
usually-
at 10:30.
Usually start here and then
So,
you end up down.
I'm done at work on Fridays as long as it's not snowing at 10:30.
Okay.
So I can shoot.
It'll be after 10:30, so.
I'll go
It's
right
not
to
a
the
Friday,
firehouse.
it's a Wednesday.
I can do it still.
February 27th is a Friday.
Is that a calendar check?
Calendar, yeah, drawn.
I have no idea.
I'm gonna go with the Monday now.
I don't know what today is.
What year do you have?
Oh, I thought I saw your email said Friday or Wednesday.
Well, you might be right. You might be right. Let's see. You are correct. You are correct. It is a Wednesday, the 25th.
Correct.
So.
Well, between the 3 of us, we'll have someone there.
Perfect. We can chat. We got some time. Thank you.
Peter, one other thing with the fire department that Dom forgot to mention. We did get our new ANFIS tools in. Okay,
Do what tools?
The new rescue tools, the jaws of life tools that everybody
That
knows
goes on
about.
your new rig when it comes in, right?
They're actually on the old rescue truck now. We have them on the truck right now to help us because we're gonna have part of the deal when we traded our old power grid, our old quarter tools. they had to take the old quarter tools, so they took those off the truck, there was an empty spot. We put them in there, they're on the truck, so we can use them now.
And it was all air, now it's all electric, right?
Charge,
Yeah.
batteries.
Everything's being ported, it's all
Yeah.
portable.
The nice thing
Lighter,
about,
faster.
they got a little weight to them, the nice thing about these batteries is they're DeWalt batteries. The big DeWalt batteries, so if we need one, we can go to Wayne's or one, or just go on Amazon, we don't have to order that specific battery for that spool,
Yeah,
and wait months on end for them.
right.
And everything in the truck is all DeWalt, so it's not like all mixed match.
Yeah, uniform.
Yes.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Thank you, Fire.
It's on here.
Chief Dworkin.
So during the month of December, our officers responded to 167 calls for service. I'll give you an opportunity to review that. Nothing unusual, no major investigations.
Okay.
Any questions?
No.
As far as so the next thing is personnel. I'm gonna make an appointment recommendation for this evening. The police department is recommending the appointment of Antoinette Kokoza as a part-time police officer. Mrs. Kokoza is a New York State certified graduate of the Ulster County Law Enforcement Training Academy and has prior experience as a full-time municipal police officer, dispatcher, and corrections officer with New York State Docks. This appointment is part of our ongoing effort to address current staffing shortages and increase personnel levels.
Everyone get a chance to review the
Yeah.
materials I sent over? Any questions at the moment? Comments?
Will she be our second female one, or?
She will, yeah.
Nice.
She's got about 9 years in docks. She's got about a year in policing, which is good because we'll be able to mold her. She doesn't
Right.
bring any
Bad
baggage
habits.
with her, which kind of, you get a lot of experience with retired officers. So that it's good and bad. You just be very careful about, the quality of officer that you select. And she's very eager to come here. She's very eager to work, and I think she'll be a great asset to the village.
How many, initially at least, how many shifts would she be anticipated to be working?
She'll be available 2 shifts a week, 1 week, and then the next week 3 shifts. So she'll be able to rotate back and forth. Now corrections right now is going through some changes with their scheduling. Right now they're working 12-hour shifts. They go into 10-hour shifts, and then sometime before the end of this year, they're gonna look at 8-hour shifts. So that may or may not affect us. If anything, it's gonna be a benefit because when they come off the 12-hour shifts, that offers her more availability. I know it doesn't sound like it would, but it'll give her more availability to cover the vacant shifts we have during the week right now, which will be a help for us.
Yeah.
And then one of our current officers, kind of off topic and it's not on the agenda, but one of our current officers is retiring this month, and he'll have a lot more availability for us, say after the middle of February. So that's gonna help cover a lot of those vacant shifts. So we're gonna be in much better shape come springtime than we are now.
Instead of struggling to cover. Yeah.
Correct.
Okay,
Yeah.
great.
And then last but not least is our community outreach Toys for Tots. This year again, we worked alongside Hudson Valley Toys for Tots to help distribute toys. Collected and distributed more than 3,000 toys to families throughout the region, helping make Christmas season a little brighter for any children. And just grateful to work with these people. They have really a lot of impact. And when you physically go and distribute the toys to the families, you really see how it affects people. It's really an amazing day to see kids get things that they wouldn't otherwise have access to. So it's very rewarding. The collection is nice to see that the residents and local people want to give, but to be able to give back to the families is fantastic.
That's huge, thank you.
Yeah, thanks for having that up, Chief. I think residents were extremely generous this past
Absolutely.
season, so it was really nice to see. I saw a picture of you here on somewhere on social media or something. So I'm sure it was very rewarding, and again, thank you for heading that up. That's a great thing.
That's it, that's all I have for you.
Awesome. Thank you, Chief.
Okay, so we'll talk further a little bit down the line here, Chief. Thank you. Mayor Murphy, Highway.
Highway. All right. Well, in early December, it wasn't snowing yet, so we completed the village-wide leaf pickup. Assisted the Millbrook Fire Department with the setup of the Parade of Lights. Participated in the Parade of Lights. They had their own float, which was great by Ethan and the boys. Performed in-house servicing of the 2015 F550. They've had 12 snow events throughout December with about a total of 20 inches of snow. Ice and rain mix. Began curbside collections of Christmas trees from village residents.
When does that go until?
End of this month.
Yeah.
Okay, good. It's not a trail.
Why are you
I
guys
hope
laughing?
you guys
It's
have
so
been watering
funny.
it.
You better water that.
Yeah, not worried.
You don't see
That's
see
this.
Millbrook that day.
Alright, mine's down in a second.
I know.
It was
I couldn't wait to get it done.
Mine's just going.
still there.
So during the month of December, there was a tree that fell on your waste beds, and they cut up and on your filtration system at the septic plant. So they went there and cleaned it up, which is great. Not having to have the tree service come. Serviced all snow removal equipment, meaning grease, sanders, plows, and trucks, and replaced a plow on the Kubota sidewalk tractor. And I believe that's it for Ethan.
I think these guys do a fantastic job. Some of these bigger events where there's a lot and kind of all night, I'm typically a couple days a week, I'm taking an early train to go to Dover. The village is typically clean as a whistle. Right when I get on 343, it's a disaster, state road. So those three guys really do a fantastic job. So kudos to them. Thank you, Patrick.
Thank you, guys.
Scott.
All right, in December, all maintenance and sampling, we had service line leak over on Franklin Avenue, that was repaired. Also put in a new curb valve. Replaced 2 curb valves on Anson, had a leak at 28 Alden inside the house.
Is that those apartments or what is that? 28?
I think it's a rental, but it was vacant, and apparently they didn't have any heat in there.
Wow.
So, yeah.
Just past shows?
On the right, just before Alden Acres. So, yeah, Ethan had called me in the morning because water was freezing on the road. So we got over there, we shut the water off, got in touch with the owner, and they came out and fixed it and had the water back on for him by the end of the day. So.
Good.
Nice.
Yeah. And all water meters have been read, and bills hopefully will go out by the end of this week.
Yay. More money. More money.
And sewer plant, all maintenance and sampling. We had sludge hauled. We talked about this last month. We cleaned the ORF with the help of the highway guys, Murphy's, and
Peter.
and the fire department. A whole bunch of
Spring Hill Farm Boys.
Yep. So, and Patrick mentioned we had a tree down, fence has been damaged, it was in the filter bed. Ethan, Darren, and Jeff graciously came in on their day off. It was right after Christmas. It came down on Christmas Eve. But they came in on that Friday to take care of it for me, so I appreciate that greatly. And we had a generator service.
The new one?
No, this was at the sewer plant. Okay. So, and I think I've got pictures of the tree in there. And we'll have to have the fence repaired, replaced. And we'll have to have the rest of that removed because it's actually uprooted. It was on the edge of the stream, yeah. And there's a couple more trees there that Ethan and I were talking about.
Dropping.
Yeah, because you can see on the bottom right, that's with those, that's a control panel and blowers, and if there's a couple of trees that, if they do fall, they're gonna knock that out, so, something we'll have to.
Is that something he wants to do? We can keep in
I
house,
think
or
we had
do
to take, we had to have size,
they're big.
they're as big as that thing's huge. And they're right on the stream bed. If they happen to have, that bed just keeps eroding with all the rain over time. So, something we'll have to, look at come spring, but my concern was to get it out of the filter so we can use it. They did that, and we'll deal with the rest in the spring. I'll have a fence company come in and get some prices and see if we can't fit it in the budget. Have it fixed, replaced, whatever, I'll get a few options.
Cool, thank you.
Sounds good.
That's it.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
I don't have any new or unfinished business on my end, really, at this point.
Don't we do more?
What about Sarah?
Every time.
First of the year? First of the year?
Man,
Alright,
right there, too.
I'll be real quick, I promise.
Real quick, sorry.
Alright, building, for December, we had 5 building permits issued, 1 certificate of occupancy, 1 certificate of compliance. Total fees collected $3,533. Planning board, they had a public hearing, continuation from December for 30 Valley Farm Road for a site plan. And then on the 26th, the zoning board will meet for a public hearing for 60 Maple Ave and 30 Valley Farm Road. And no new short-term rentals have come in to my attention, especially in December. For treasurer, I have submitted the bank balances for December of 2025. If you guys would want to review it, have any questions, just let me know at any point. And then I have, so these are the Bank of Millbrook, and then here are for the New York class, which is nice and healthy. As for my reports, we received the Washington Ave paving CHIPS money for $67,694.63. And we've gotten about 38 military banners applications as of the end of December.
Very good.
Can I go back on a slide real quick?
Sure.
What's the Bennett Pump Station?
That is,
We still have money there.
yeah. Yeah, we still have some money there.
For what?
I don't know why we have some in there. I know we have some in the New York class. Maybe we moved some over from New York class thinking we had some more bills.
Correct.
But we will have the ban to pay. Remember, we'll have the 3 years.
Yeah.
So,
Gotcha.
I think,
Keep it in there.
what's that?
Keep it in there and use it up.
Yeah, if I'll check with Nicole. If we don't have anything, to do, I'll probably just move it all in your class and then we'll build it up. And then we'll move the money over that we got from the town, the 10,000 from the SBAs. I'm just waiting for Karen to get that. Yeah, Candace, but, yeah. That's all I have.
Counselor? Okay, any comments from the public? No? Trustee Buckland, anything from you?
Nope.
Trustee Lawson?
Answer to your question. No on the prevailing wage.
He didn't incorporate that.
It's not a prevailing wage. That would be more for the union. Job's not big enough for a union. It would cost us more money. So
Well, it
it's
definitely
not
costs us
prevailing.
more money, but is he a sole proprietor? Like, is it just him?
He is. It's him, and then he hires a helper. I don't know what capacity that helper is. It's part of his company that he has. It's 2 people. It needs 2 people. You know.
I'm not an expert, so I think if it's a sole proprietor, I don't think he needs to charge us prevailing wage. wage.
Right, well,
We've had-
yeah, he's not part of union either, so really
I don't know if that is
Union
relevant.
has,
it
I only know
can
because we deal with this, but union has nothing, to like, you have to pay prevailing wage, but if he's a sole proprietor and he does all the work himself, he can charge,
be, yeah,
he doesn't have to charge prevailing wage.
right,
But
Union
if he
part
has
of
an
the thing.
employee, he has to pay that employee prevailing wage, and he has to provide you documentation that he does.
that he does prevailing wage.
So I just
Well,
wanted
it's,
to know.
it's also job size too, isn't it, for prevailing
Yeah,
wage?
we've had a lot of people outsourced here that aren't collecting prevailing wage on their jobs, like Bob Simon Sully's done sidewalk projects for us, he's not doing
He said
prevailing
if
wage,
he did
you know.
prevailing wage, he
I don't know.
wouldn't,
I
it
wasn't
wouldn't
there
work, he
then.
wouldn't be able to do the job. He said if you need, if prevailing wage is necessary, you'd be better off finding a union person, because they can also use, registered apprentices, which could cut it back, but the thing is that since it's such a small job, a lot of people who, you know, do prevailing wage wouldn't wanna do it, because there's a lot of other paperwork involved, in my understanding, and then
Yeah.
it would be counterintuitive for any sole proprietor to even take this job on at all.
I don't make the rules, so
I know,
that's
but
not me.
I
That's a state
know,
thing.
it's a state thing, but I don't,
But I hear you. Well, that
he's
makes
a
sense.
master electrician, he's
I hear you.
licensed, he will cover us insurance wise, God forbid something goes wrong. So we're covered in that respect. I you know.
Yeah.
There's no other way around it, I don't know, maybe, I don't know,
Okay.
I'm ignorant to it.
No, I don't know much more than you do. My other question for the village lights, do you know how many that we're proposing to?
So there's
lamp posts.
30, and we had 3 already done, so I asked him to get 1 extra light bulb, God forbid something went wrong or got broke or something. So I think he purchased 28.
Already purchased them?
No, he needs to get a deposit before he
Oh, right,
purchases.
okay.
But a bulk of that expense also is the lights, and the lights, you know.
So we were talking in the office, just to catch you up. Did we discuss this last week? So, we're looking at replacing all of the lighting in the village hall besides the gym
Yeah.
with LEDs, and also making the ornamental lighting within the village, like on the village green and up Franklin, with a uniform LED type bulb. It would be good for our climate smart initiative, and other reasons. So the thing, sorry.
Make sure it gets a soft white and not like a.
Well, let's not go there quite yet.
I would definitely want natural.
Soft
right.
white.
And I think we spoke about that. I will mention it again to him before he purchases it.
Yeah,
If this goes through.
I would say that this was not in the budget for this current year. So my preference would be is that we continue to finalize this plan, but wait for the budget for this in the upcoming budget and do it then. As opposed to just kind of being an out of budget expense. Because
There's only
What did you
components of
think it was gonna cost? Is that why it's out of budget? You thought it would cost like $5,000?
I have no idea.
Cause in the long run, it's gonna save us money.
I understand, but it's a big purchase to do out of the budget. It's kind of a budgetary fiscal situation.
Okay, that's your decision,
Well, it's our collective decision, but that would be my suggestion. If we're looking at, I don't know, $13,000,
Yeah. 5.
8 plus 5.
13.
Or let's continue to, I don't even think we're final on the details here, so let's continue to finalize so that we can either pull the trigger before or we get to do the budget here.
Good night, guys.
Okay,
Gotta have the plan ready. That would be my suggestion. I don't know if
Okay.
anybody else has any thoughts around that.
When it gets done, it's getting it done, you know, eventually.
No, I agree, and I appreciate all the legwork. I know it's been a lot of back and forth, and finding someone to do it, I can understand.
find someone to answer my call.
I get it. I get it.
He like calls me back right away, like I asked him about it today and he called me back right away. I just feel like for future stuff, when we need stuff done, he would be here.
How did you find
Very-
Matthew?
Why don't you check with Central Hudson? See if they have any programs out there for changing the lights. That's how we got the firehouse done,
Oh, really?
the outside and the inside. They had a grant going on.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
and
they
I
have-
was also doing this for the CSC thing, so we could get to the other phase of that, and that would open us up to more grants too. See,
And they have Veach Electric out of Poughkeepsie that does their work through that program.
Okay.
Beef?
Veach.
Can you look into Central Hudson?
yeah, so what is it called again?
Just see if they have a special program for municipalities.
How do
Okay.
you replace the streetlights?
I think we did get a small one, or, well, that was Mike Herzog.
But did we work with Central Hudson for that? Besides
Yeah.
it being their
No.
stuff.
Yeah, can I call you if I have a question?
We did.
I don't work for Central Hudson.
No,
No,
I
you
mean
can.
like just your
Your brother does.
experience.
Yeah. Know somebody.
No, like if I have a question, like of what you did.
Sure.
Okay, thank you.
And
I gave
maybe,
that paper, sorry Peter, I gave that paperwork to Tim and Mike when
Mike.
I was gonna suggest, Shannon, maybe Mike Herzog, because when we replaced
Oh.
all of the
Street
lamps and
lights.
bulbs in the streetlights a couple years ago, we worked with Central Hudson somehow. I don't remember all the details, but Mike might have some
I have the paperwork.
information. I had gotten an email just the other day, and I thought it was going to be right on point for this about efficiency, New York State, DEC. I know it's a lot, but you might want to just see if there's anything out there too in that regard.
Okay.
Maybe the CSC knows something. This seems like a great opportunity to have a grant for it. We'd have to pay out of pocket, but then they typically reimburse us. So I think if we just take a few more months here and really just get our ducks in a row, I think I think we'll be in even better shape than we are now. So that would be my suggestion. Okay, thank you. Trustee Briggs. Welcome.
That's my second time
Thanks
here.
for coming back. Thanks for returning. Appreciate that.
It was touch and go.
Yeah. You and me both. I know. Deputy Mayor Murphy. Anything for you?
Well, I just met with Tom Harvey from Ready Engineering
Yes,
last
yes,
week
yes, you did.
for the north side of sidewalks, and we met with New York State DOT at the same time because they have to give their remarks on the project being butted up right against Franklin Avenue, which is a state road. So they gave us a few remarks from, and they sent it back to Tom Harvey, who we worked with Renia, and he's gonna adjust his plan so that it fits what they want from us, and then we can start soliciting for bids. So we'll be ready to go in the spring.
Kind of in conjunction with at least DOT, and our truck issue and all of that nonsense. May have noticed Franklin Avenue is in terrible shape in some places. So if they're not willing to get the trucks off of Franklin, I reached out to DOT to get them to come take a look, repave, potholes, something. Upper Franklin up near the gatehouse, coming down, some really bad sections, but even right in the business district, right near the lake, there's some big potholes. So we have a meeting in early March with DOT. So we'll see. We're compiling, Ethan and I, we're compiling just a lot of photo evidence of the potholes. Anything that you are aware of, you want to make me aware of, or Ethan, let us know. I just want to get like
If
a
you fall, record it.
like a library of
Well, we have to
pictures
reenact
and
it.
evidence that we can show
The
this guy.
after fact.
So that'll be in early March. Okay, is it. I will make a motion that we enter an executive session.
I'll second that motion.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you.
So do I give this back to Sarah, conflict of interest?
Yes,
If
thank
it's
you.
all done here.